Good, everybody. Joe,
that was awesome.
Live from the Vibe Shift and Lift studio here. I'm just practicing my Muay Thai kickboxing, even though I've got a bit of a hip problem at the moment, but catching up with the brother here, Richie Hardcore. He has got so much going on. He's a public speaker. He helps with mental wellness and a whole heap of stuff. Jack of all trades. Richie, how are you today?
I'm good now. The sun's out. I'm going to go for a bit of a run, do an exercise, make a couple of videos, and then I feel like I've done something.
Let's talk about what you're doing at the moment. I mean, you are a Muay Thai kickboxer. You're a coach as well. What are you doing for everybody at home so that we can keep fit, healthy, mentally and physically?
Yeah, I retired from fighting a long time ago, but I'm a coach, right? And so I just wanted to connect with my own students, and I'm just running through a bunch of different Thai boxing or kickboxing combinations that they can practice at home, and just real simple workouts that people can do at home as well. And then I thought, well, if I'm doing it for my students and people coming to my classes, I can just put it out there for anyone. They're good workouts to help you burn up some anxiety, burn up some energy, get your heart rate up, get a sweat up, burn some calories, and get all those really important neurological chemicals going, get your endorphins going, and you're going to feel good. You're going to keep your stress at bay. And when you're better mentally and emotionally, you're going to be better company for the people that you're in your house with. And if you're better company for the people in your house with, less likely to argue, less likely to role model bad behaviors to your kids, and all of that.
And doing kickboxing is such a good way to just channel all of that energy. If you're feeling that anger or anything like that, to get into a good session.
It's super cathartic. So I break the videos up into 2 parts because not everyone's interested in kickboxing, but I do like 4 different techniques or 4 different combinations that people can try at home. Quick body weight workout or a workout with minimal equipment.
So awesome. I know for myself doing kickboxing years ago, that was when I was in the best shape of my life. I mean, when you're doing how many of those kicks, like up to 15 and then down again, wow, man, that the abdomen area chiseled out.
Yeah, well, when your hip's better, you have to come see me at the gym, sis. That'll be cool.
Yeah, you can kick my ass. You are the man to talk to as well for things for mental wellness, mental health. So what would you suggest at the moment for people with drinking if everyone's getting a bit too hard out on the old alcohol?
I understand that we're all anxious and we're all stressed, but I was just taking my stepson for a walk yesterday and people were piling out of the liquor store with like 7 bottles of wine, like they're on spring break. And that's no way to healthily deal with our anxiety or our stress or whatever emotions that are coming up in this really challenging time. Just pouring alcohol on top of those things, any sort of research will tell you isn't actually going to solve the problem and can actually make problems worse. So I think people need to try and explore different alternatives to dealing with whatever's coming up inside them. So things like meditation, you can, I mean, not to plug, but my girlfriend's running free meditations on Instagram at Claire Robbie every night at 7 p.m. or you can get it at like Headspace. Making sure you get out, go for a walk, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, and make sure you're mindful of what you're eating and drinking as well. Like if you're just eating junk food and staying super sedentary, it's going to depress your mood. You're not going to feel good. You're going to get blood sugar spikes and crashes, and that's going to mess with your emotions, and then you're going to argue with whoever you're living with, and then just, it spirals, So if you're eating well, if you're getting enough sleep, if you're not staying up staring at your cell phone or Netflix till like 3 in the morning and then waking up feeling like shit, smashing a Red Bull and a pie, like that's not going to be good for your well-being, right? So eating enough nutritious food, fruits, vegetables, supermarkets open, there's no excuse to get that stuff. I think journaling is really important. If we just stay stuck in our heads, and we're anxious, we're worried about regrets from like 10 years ago, we're worried about the future because we don't know what's happening in this uncertain time, things can really spiral, like I've said earlier. So if we put that out onto a page and we make all our thoughts, feelings, and emotions a little bit more structured, we can kind of make sense of our experience better. So I always say that when our problems are stuck in our head, they seem bigger than they are. When we put them on a page in the big world, they seem a lot smaller and more manageable. So journaling's really helpful. There's a whole bunch of great different helplines and professional services out there. I know a lot of counselors are doing Zoom calls or Skype calls. If you've got a therapist, check in with them, or their services like 1737. There are online meetings for the Alcoholics Anonymous. For Alcoholics Anonymous, like if you're in a 12-step program and that's part of you maintaining your sobriety, and that connection and that fellowship and working those steps, that can be really essential. Or even if you're exploring like sobriety, if you're like, shit, like it's 1 p.m. and I've knocked back a bottle of wine already, that's actually not healthy. Like, we could laugh about it and put YOLO as a hashtag, but that's not a healthy habit to be into. So if you're curious about your drinking habits and you're looking to change them, the AA have Zoom meetings.
Amazing. You've just got so many beautiful tips there, little nuggets that everyone can pull out for what suits them. And that's true, because you know, a lot of people are turning to alcohol at the moment, and bad food. I know myself, I've already smashed a few bags of chips and I've put a frozen half a pizza and it's gone. But I'm also having my celery juice. I'm back on my juices again.
Hashtag balance.
And I love it how you also mentioned about journaling, because I have a daily ritual that I do every day. And one of the things I like to do is I get my phone and I just record voice. Blah, 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 blah,
nice.
blah, 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 have a good old chat. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, things are cool. Things are cool. And then later on, hello, there's some lyrics for a song, or there's a poem, or there's something to turn it into.
Yeah, I love that. That's cool. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, like, just expressing yourself in a constructive, not destructive way is really, really beneficial. Like what you say, like, I imagine there's a whole bunch of artists out there doing some of their best work, you know, to write music, to write poetry, to work on that book that you always wanted to do that project, you know, like, if we shift our perspective, don't just text people. That's another thing, you know, like, I think words on a screen don't convey the emotion that we need to feel seen, heard, and valued. So seeing someone's face, hearing someone's voice, that's dope, you know. You know what else is good for connection is like helping other people, like being nice to strangers whilst maintaining our 2-meter distance. Like, shit's good, and it makes you feel good, you know. Like, helping others helps you. I think there's a potential here to reshape our society, because we always look at like, how do I get more money, or how do I get more followers, or how do I get more whatever, you know. But here you are, you're not getting paid for this, you're using your time to help other people, and I see countless other people, whether they've got a big platform or a small platform, doing the same. And that, I think that's cause for optimism, you know. Like, once we get through this, which we will eventually, maybe we could carry that into the future and have a society that's not just about being more, but it's about connecting with one another.
100%. I totally agree. I'm all about collaboration. What can we do together to lift each other up and to do projects together? Because it's so much more fun too when you do it with somebody else and you have a full team and you're all vibing together.
Yeah, totally. I was going to make a teenage joke, but yeah, it is more fun when you do it with someone else.
What is the teenage joke?
Well, it's going to be like, it's like your sex life, you know, like you could jerk off, you know, or you could make love with someone and then it's like a way better time.
I love it. I love it. And on that note, thank you so much for catching up with us.
All right. Hey, nice to see you.
Thank you so much. And I'll link everything underneath this video, and also put Claire there as well. Tell Claire, thank you so much for sharing her meditations. All of us meditation teachers out there, we need to be doing this every night. Costs us nothing. Let the gifts shine through. Okay, kia ora.
Hey, thanks for talking with me. Kia ora. Bye.
This is love in migration.